Hey everybody, so I'm here to do my week 2, a recap of week 2, recovering a sense of identity with the Artist Way, my creative recovery journey. I'm in week 3 right now. Actually, I just finished week 2 yesterday, but I'm probably gonna drop this video like maybe Wednesday because I just dropped a video on Sunday, so just like space it out a little bit. So now with regards to week 2, I don't think I really have a lot to say really. Why did it get dark? Anyway, I really don't have much to say, but I do have certain parts of this book that I have highlighted that I would just like to share with you, right? So week 2 is about recovering a sense of identity. This week addresses self-definition as a major component of creative recovery. You may find yourself drawing new boundaries and staking out new territories as your personal needs, desires, and interests announce themselves. The essays and tools are aimed at moving you into your personal identity, a self defines you. Right. So, first subheading, it talks about going sane, and something that I have highlighted here is trusting our creativity is a new behavior for many of us. I think that a lot of the times, especially as upcoming artists, you try to mimic a certain style or do things a certain way to copy someone else's creativity because you don't think that the way that you would want to do it would be profitable enough if you have a financial objective, or creative enough, you know. So yes, affirmations are a powerful antidote for self-hate, which commonly appears under the mask of self-doubt. Absolutely. And I think this was touched on a bit, or I touched on it a bit in the previous video in week 1. It's so true. It ties into what I was talking about in terms of audacity in week 1. Do not let your self-doubt turn into self-sabotage. And most of the time it does, and we let it turn into self-sabotage, and we're only human, you know. But I think it's very important to be more self-aware of these negative things about you. When you think you're not good enough, you're not experienced enough, like, put yourself in the limelight. Don't wait for someone else to shine the light on you. Take that torch and you know, give yourself the props. The next subheading has to do with poisonous playmates, right? Creativity flourishes when we have a sense of safety and self-acceptance. Wait, it's so hot here in this car. Like, I'm literally sweating. It is so hot. Oh my goodness. I have this window down for some ventilation, but yeah. And as for my glasses, I forgot them before I went to the gym. And I only remember my glasses when I'm getting dressed. When I was driving, I didn't realize that I didn't have my glasses on. Nothing. Only when I'm getting dressed for work, I'm like, where are my glasses? Anyway, not surprisingly, the most poisonous playmates for us as recovering creators are people whose creativity is still blocked. Our recovery threatens them. As long as we were blocked, we often felt that it was arrogance and self-will to speak of ourselves as creative artists, which is so true. You know, the many months that I'd go like not posting, I would never, if someone was talking about anything to do with YouTube or maybe music or this or that, just, you know, the times when I wasn't creating, I would never fix my lips to say I am a YouTuber as well, I am a singer as well, I am this and I am that, right? Oh, guys, I think it's because you feel like you have let go of that consistency. Not consistency, I don't know why I'm putting air quotes. The consistency that you just feel like maybe I don't have the credits to call myself that anymore, and it's so wrong. But anyway, the truth is that it is self-will to refuse to acknowledge our creativity. It is. The next one that it was talked about. Okay, no. As blocked creators, we focus not on our responsibilities to ourselves, but on our responsibilities to others. We tend to think such behavior makes us good people. It doesn't. It makes us frustrated people. Absolutely. When you create something and you create it with other people's perspective in mind and how they're going to perceive it, and not firstly and mostly how you perceive it, your perspective, what it is that you want to get out there, you are, damaging yourself as a creative, and you're damaging your art, because now not only are you creating something that has most probably been created before, consumed before, and it just so happens to be popular, but there's nothing authentic really about you according to other people, but there is something authentic about you, but you're doing everything you can to reject that because you don't want to be different, and you're scared to take risks and do something new and be innovative, and you're just there like, oh, these people don't understand my worth, when you are the one who is showing them a false, sorry, there was someone walking by, a false portrayal of what your work is worth, who you are as an artist, how authentic you are. You're being a fraudster. The next topic was speaking about crazy makers, but I really didn't find anything interesting there, honestly, or maybe it's because I don't relate personally, so I really have nothing to say about that. Nothing to say. I'm just gonna skip over to the subheading called skepticism, right, and just read out just a little section that I highlighted. We still feel too much like frauds to handle some success. When it comes, we want to go. It's because we're always waiting for the perfect moment. We're always waiting for something to make sense. We're always waiting to feel ready. We're always waiting to be equipped enough that when something comes along, we sabotage ourselves. We're like, I'm not ready enough for this. This is too big for me for where I am. Based on my metrics that I have set up and created in my mind, and my excuses that have just accumulated over the years, and the things that I have convinced myself are true and are actual obstacles, when actually there's no obstacles to begin with. It's just everything that I've created in my head, that when success comes, you're like, deuces. For some people will grab that opportunity as if that opportunity owes them money. Okay, my phone stopped recording, was overheating. I'm not the only thing here that's getting too hot. It just stopped, like mid-sentence. Can't use iPhone up until the temperatures come back to normal. Like, all I'm saying is my Android would never. Okay, my Android would never. But having two phones is nice. I'm glad to have this phone because I worked for it, got myself. I'm an iOS girly now, period. If you haven't noticed, the content leveled up. But like, there are some things I'm just like, my Android would never. But it's okay. But I was talking about skepticism. I think I was done really speaking about that. But long story short, there is still more to go through, I think, in this chapter. But I don't think you guys would be interested in any of those things because they are more like personal. I mean, this is personal, but I don't think you guys would be interested in that. But week 2 is good. Week 2 is easy going. Morning pages, I'm very consistent with those. I do my best to finish my tasks. I think the difference with this challenge and my 75-day hard challenge that I have to do everything, absolutely. With this one, I don't have to do everything, but I don't have the time. Like, there are some tasks from the first week that I didn't complete, that I only got to now within the second week, and I think that's just still going to keep going, but I will finish everything in due time. But I think week 2 is okay. I'm really hopeful for week 3. I'm only going to go back now after lunch to go and read up on week 3 and see what it is. What it's going to be about. And then I will let you guys know probably at the end of this week. Yeah. I don't have anything to say. Bye.